Oh. Oh, I thought she just pulled out a Glock for a second.
That would have been crazy.
Hey, Zay.
Yeah, get it over with. Yes, Cam.
You know, I found myself waking up at 6:30 every single day recently, and it was not by my choice. You know, I'm really getting upset at seeing that 6:30 on the clock. You know, I'm getting so upset. I want to murder it.
Yeah.
You could say it's a time to kill. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Cam. This is Zay, and today we are getting into the movie A Time to Kill. This will be our reaction to it. This is a movie that both Zay and I have not seen before. It was a Big Bite request by one of our Big Bite members, Kurt, on Patreon. You guys can check that out yourself if you want, where they get one full-length reaction to a movie of their choice once per month. That may or may not make it on YouTube as an edited reaction, as you can see this one did. And that's because we put a poll and everybody voted for this one. So we're definitely putting this one on YouTube. So excited to be here. Listen, guys, I don't know too much about this movie. I do know Samuel Jackson, Sandra Bullock, Matthew McConaughey. It looked like Kevin Spacey was in the image for when we were starting it. And then last but not least, I did see in the description, I didn't read the description, but I saw three things. I saw black man accused, I saw murder, and I saw Ku Klux Klan. So,
all right.
Not exactly sure how those tie in. You know, the last reaction we did, if it made it on YouTube or not, we saw the description or different words just like that, and we still weren't able to piece anything together there. So, but it does have an interesting, you know, those are some interesting words there. I think I'm putting some things together with those words, but we'll have to see kind of how it pans out. It's a 1996 movie. I don't know who directed it. I believe it's rated R, and it's a crime thriller. Other than that, Zay, is there anything you know about this movie before we get into it?
No, nothing. So I'm excited.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's not keep you guys waiting any longer. Hold on. We're going to keep you waiting a little bit longer because if you like what you're watching, leave a like down below. Subscribe to stay tuned for more if you're not already. And if you want to watch our full-length reaction to this or various other movies, as well as get 3 edited movie reactions ahead of YouTube, even farther ahead in the form of full-length reactions, or potentially become a Big Bite member, like I mentioned before, where you can suggest one full-length reaction to a movie of your choice once per month, that may or may not make it as edited reaction on YouTube. You can check that out on Patreon. The link for that is in the description. With that being said, now let's not keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's get into A Time to Kill.
Hell yeah! Yeah, Confederate flag. That really makes me comfortable already.
They look like just a couple of ragtag guys, you know, nothing crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to hang out with me.
Yo.
Clean up that mess, boy.
I mean, it's my store. If I don't want to clean up the mess, then who's going to stop me?
Hey, who's that?
They're old enough to crawl. They're in the right position.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You crazy.
Oh, Lord, bro.
Oh, yeah!
I'll kill you.
My turn.
That's insane. Insane.
Oh my Lord.
I'm sorry I dropped the groceries.
Oh, that's all right, baby.
Sorry, Daddy.
Baby.
Insane.
You know that little girl you took for a ride?
What little girl?
I got bad news for you, Billy Ray. She didn't die.
Why don't you take your cold black ass out of here and grab a branch?
Unless you got an explanation for what this was doing in the bed of your truck.
Whack him in the face with it.
You can go to hell now.
All right.
Yeah. It's not even, you deserve more than this.
Yeah, this is mercy. Well, this is an interesting situation.
Yeah.
You remember them 4 white boys with a black girl over in Delta last year? They got off, didn't they?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's,
Udon's still hoping me.
no, but he's just thinking like, okay, so they're gonna go to jail, but if they get off, I'm just gonna have to kill him, which would suck because then I go to jail. And but he's like, they're going to jail, they're dying. That's probably what he's thinking right now.
You got a daughter, Jake. What would you do?
He's let him know. He's like,
They go to jail or I go to jail. That's the.
I think he's saying they ain't gonna get to see jail.
Thinking about doing something.
Like what?
Come on, we know what.
Something like maybe killing those 2 boys.
Well,
You should call Sheriff Walls.
Yeah.
Be a shame if my power went out though.
oh darn. It seems that my power went out. Whatever shall I do? Oh yeah. So I mean, is it really that easy just to break into a place like this? Oh, that's crazy. The cop did catch a stray. He didn't deserve that. I mean, don't run away. You're not going to escape. You might as well just...
Hopefully the cop.
Oh, he just caused a leg shot. Looks fine.
Well, there's a very serious artery in your leg. Okay.
It's fine. It's a mere flesh wound.
See you, Wayne.
And it's such a shame, you know, that we have to watch him now go to jail. Like, I mean, he broke the law,
Yeah.
but it's just like, even the cops are, you know, ashamed that they have to take him to jail.
It's like we have to because you did
Yeah.
kill somebody. We can't allow vigilantism to, like, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't think I'd do it, did you? I feel sorry for their mamas and their daddy, but I ain't sorry for what I done.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Blew his knee right off his leg. Doctors are still with him.
Damn.
Yeah, he feels bad about that, I'm sure.
All depends on the jury, Carly. Pick the right jury and you walk.
Well, hold on.
The A picks the jury and you get the gas.
Okay, but I don't know if he should just walk. Like, he still did kill 2 people.
Brigance will file for a change of venue.
Yeah, I'd be a fool if he didn't.
Why's that?
Evelyn, give me the state file on race statistics.
Uh-oh.
Blacks are more sympathetic to other blacks. If he gets it moved, he has a greater chance of color in the jury box, and we know what that means.
He means without blacks on the jury, Haley hadn't got a chance in hell.
I also realized we sounded pretty hypocritical now because we were like, I could never defend someone that's committed a crime. Now we're like, sir, he didn't do it.
No. I meant I could never defend someone who committed that crime. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but murder's also
crime-
bad.
yeah, but context, right?
I know, but it is. It's like
I wouldn't say it's as hypocritical as a cocaine user telling you not to do drugs.
yeah, it's a hypocrite.
But it's a good one.
Sure, I'm sorry about your brother, Freddie. Or Willer, too. Good boys, both.
Good boys. Do you know what they did?
10 years ago, hanging by the end of a rope with his balls in his mouth.
All
Oh
right.
gosh, okay. So they're monsters.
There's still some boys around.
Oh, you mean them skinheads? Want to blow up the government?
No, sir. Good God-fearing clan.
Oh Lord.
I could give them a call.
You do that, Winston.
What town is this so I can never go to it?
Carl Lee Haley did murder Billy Ray Cobb, a human being, attempt to kill Dwayne Looney, a peace officer.
It wasn't an attempt. It was definitely what, battery or assault or whatever, but it's not attempted murder.
I mean, he shot him in the knee. He didn't
Yeah,
intend
but-
to shoot him, but he.
But
if you're
doesn't
killing,
attempted murder require intention?
it's just what they're bringing to it. You could plead that. You could
Right.
argue against it.
Your Honor, we will be filing for a change of venue.
I anticipated this. Let me save you some time, Mr. Pregance. Your motion is denied.
It is quite clear that Carl Lee Haley cannot receive a fair trial here in Canton. Now, we feel...
That's enough. Sidebar. I will not tolerate grandstanding in my courtroom.
Oh God.
Is this judge a really good one or a really bad one? I don't know,
tell
but
yet.
he's one of them. Like, is he doing his job right, or is he just soaked with power? Like, I can't tell.
Also, what'd she just drop on his desk? She highlighted something.
In State versus Johnson and State versus Fisher, failure to properly consider a change of venue, there's been a reversible decision on appeal to the state Supreme Court.
Ooh.
I guess you get to submit that brief after all. Have it on my desk by Tuesday morning.
He's like, we might go over your head, honestly, if you fucking try us right now.
What brings you to Canton? I'm not believing they don't have cars to sit on campus.
Carl Lee Haley, really like to help you with the trial.
What does she have invested into it other than like a sense of like justice, maybe?
I witnessed 2 executions. I have written briefs for the ACLU. I'm top 5% of my class.
Imagine she's just bullshitting all of this.
I'm an astronaut. I used to be in the FBI.
Oh shit, you're on the case with us.
2,000 confirmed kills. They're like, what the fuck?
Oh, my father's filthy rich, so I'll be working for free. What do you think?
He's like, you should have started with that.
Thank you, Roark. I can handle the case myself.
Come on, man. Take as much help as you can get.
You might want to look at State versus Cooper and State versus
Could you
Roundtree. They were
imagine?
both revenge killers, both acquitted.
She's
Can you
giving
imagine
you.
Carly's like, you did what? You turned her down?
She said she was gonna be for free.
She was
She's the
gonna
one that
help.
gave you the freaking thing. That got us the motion.
He heard you were looking to see us.
You were right to call us, Mr. Carl.
Oh God.
Yeah, and there it is.
I want to kill that nigga. Got plenty of protection now.
Back to back.
You get 5 or 6 of your friends of similar thinking, and we'll initiate the Madison County Clavering. Even make you leader.
All right.
It's so ridiculous. They're like a bunch of fucking LARPers.
Oh, they bring him to see his daughter? They are.
Oh, that's nice.
What the hell is he doing here?
All right, calm down, sister.
No.
Come on, calm down.
Oh, he's the one. He's seeing the cop.
Oh. They amputated his leg.
Damn. It must have got infected or something.
Dwight?
I don't know if he's gonna want to wake up to this.
Yeah.
We know each other since we was kids, and I sure didn't intend to hurt you, but just them 2 boys.
Jeez, I hope they don't bring him to the stand.
Yeah. He told me he intended to kill them or hurt them.
Carl Lee Haley's on trial because he's black, no other reason.
Well,
Okay.
it's a little reductive, but I mean,
The NAACP wishes to provide him with a new lawyer.
No, don't do that.
We would expect you to take a modest administration fee for your troubles.
uh-oh.
First off, I like his lawyer already. So we don't need a new one. He's aware. He's oh my
God.
goodness.
Oh my lord.
There really must
don't
be
think
something
he'll-
that doesn't work in their brains, because who was like, you know what we're going to do too? This is going to be our uniform. We're going to dress up as sheet ghosts like you see in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
Like that
right?
was the logic.
I don't even want to. and then with the eyes, just it looks ridiculous.
It literally looks like a little kid being, I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
And let your brethren never regret.
I'd be so uncomfortable in this movie if I had to be one of these people like casted for this.
Well, luckily you wouldn't. I could be cast for this.
True.
I need to talk to Jake Brigance.
He's not in. May I ask who's calling?
Mickey Mouse.
Who?
Mickey Mouse.
Well, they're very good under pressure.
Who is this?
Get your daughter out of the house right now.
Well, don't run towards it.
Yeah, wait, don't go to the fire. That would actually be a terrifying sight, though. If you just were like minding your business, you look and there's a flaming cross, it'd be like,
we agreed you were gonna call the sheriff. Now look at everything that has happened.
Mama, are you and Daddy fighting?
No, baby, come here.
no, we're just talking aggressively at each other. Come here, sweetheart.
Mommy's just upset because some silly man played a real bad joke, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
That's a good way to put it to a child.
She can't run and jump yet, but it won't be long.
How about the other?
There was too much damage. She ain't gonna never have kids.
I remember how they fell. One on top of the other, and screaming, squirming, not going nowhere. That's the only thought gives me comfort.
Damn.
Wow.
How much do we owe?
$2,000.
How much do we have?
$100.
Oh my God.
I know what that feeling's like.
Why didn't you tell me?
Why, Jake? But you dropped the case.
She knows him.
Mm-hmm.
We are prepared to accept $7,000.
Carly doesn't have $7,000. Do you, Carly?
No, but they'll raise it for him.
Right.
How much that cash you offer my wife and kids?
Pay for lawyer fees and stuff like that.
That ain't what you told the church now, is it?
Oh.
Well, the money is for you and your family, Carly.
Can I use that for any lawyer I want?
Well, it's not that simple, Carly.
Actually, it is that simple.
I hate that guy. I just don't like his smile or anything.
Yeah.
If you don't give my wife that cash, I'm gonna see to it everybody in this town knows you a lying crook.
He's like,
Sure do appreciate your fine work, but I'm gonna take my chances with Jake here.
Nice.
And we'll be expecting that check for Jake's legal services around the same time this afternoon.
It's interesting having the NAACP with these like showing them with these predatory practices.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you have Lee, who's obviously, or he's obviously a black man. So then you have this organization that's like all about trying to support African Americans, but they're being so predatory and be like, oh, this white guy should defend you.
Right.
It's like
we got to do it. We want. I mean, it is predatory, but they're kind of like we want to do it our way because we feel like we would have a better chance. But it is predatory because it's like they don't have faith in the actual person they're trying to defend.
They're trying to swindle him away from him, and
yeah,
the Reverend lied about why he was collecting money. Like,
yeah,
We'll get him up. Who is this? Someone's gonna die tonight.
Oh, it really was Mickey Mouse.
Oh, he literally has a Mickey Mouse tattoo.
I got him! Get his ass out of me! What's in the case?
Ooh.
This thing's ticking. What's in the case?
Well, I ain't saying.
Oh, that definitely is Mickey Mouse.
No, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Yeah, he deserved that one too. Yeah, who is this Mickey Mouse? This Mickey Mouse mole is huge for them.
Yeah. Daddy, are you coming to Grandpa's too?
Not this time, baby. Daddy's got to stay here and work.
They're coming with a bomb. Hurry, get everyone out of the house. Get everybody out of the house.
Jury here would be as fair as a jury anywhere else. Decided to deny your request for a change of venue.
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Allow me to present Dr. Willard Terrell Bass, expert witness for the defense.
Oh, God. Please, is he alive?
His credentials are impeccable.
But when is he sober, I guess is the question.
That's enough!
They're fucking ridiculous.
Next time, people are gonna die.
So fucking insane.
Yeah, because they don't even care. They're just going after anybody that they can get a hand on. Like
anyone that's affiliated with the case.
Yeah.
The other night, you said you were opposed to the death penalty.
Yes, sir.
Why?
You're not?
Mm-mm. The only problem with the death penalty, Roark, is that we do not use it enough.
Well, it's a great conversation to start your relationship off of.
I do not believe in forgiveness nor in rehabilitation. I believe in safety. I believe in justice.
The opposite of what prison's supposed to be. Got it. It's supposed to technically be rehabilitation, but I digress.
It's a complicated matter. I mean, like...
Oh, that's what it's meant for. It just doesn't do it, though. At least in this country.
I've made a mistake. I thought you were one of the good guys. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Briggins.
Damn. She called him out.
Yep.
I get a little worked up. Guess that's not the best way to apply for a job, huh?
All right, you're crazy.
Are you crouching behind a fucking building?
I don't like your politics, Roark, but you do have passion, and that's something Carl Lee Haley sorely needs right now, and maybe so do I.
Yeah, you guys can benefit from each other even if you don't agree.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm sick and tired of living still.
That's crazy.
Who you call? You pointy headed white face, no good, white beating son of a whore.
Shut up! Oh! Oh, I thought she just pulled out a Glock for a second.
That would have been crazy. There's not enough cops to break this up right now. That's great. This is insane. Nice.
I'm telling you, dude, once the jury gets revealed, the clan is going to be up on their asses, yo.
What I need from you, Roark,
Do tell.
is a way to discredit the state's shrink, Dr. Roadheaver.
All right.
Thanks.
Good butt.
That was crazy.
Damn.
First off, he's still married with a child. Relax.
Tomorrow morning,
Get your head a
Buckley
little
will
farther
try
back.
to kill Carly Haley.
I'm just like, how badly would Tina start beating my ass if I sat down and did this?
Even at this point.
No. No. No.
Wife. You have a wife and daughter. Oh, thank gosh.
I'm going home.
Yeah, you do that. Does not seem that he'll be going home, actually.
No! I forgot!
It's too late.
That gets me so fucking angry.
Fuck that guy. 'Cause he's always with the clan members, I'm pretty sure. There's a cop that's hanging out with the clan members, like, at the thing. I think he's the one.
Don't show the dog, whatever you do. Please don't show the dog. I don't want to see the dog.
Looking for my dog, huh? Max, come here, boy. Let's go. Come on, Max.
Ooh, if that dog ran out into the woods or something, oh, I would feel so good.
Do everyone a favor, though. Drop the case.
No, I can't.
Yeah, what are you gonna give them the win now?
Yeah, I'd almost be like, no, now I'm fucking taking this
Yeah.
case.
Come on, Mac. Max is dead, and you're next. Max.
Oh
Yes!
my gosh.
That's the first win.
Oh,
we've
that's
seen.
amazing. Oh yes.
Come here. Come here.
Oh.
You got the goods, huh?
See? Have some
Oh.
hope, Rex.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Where were you when your son was murdered?
I was right outside that door right there.
Can you tell us how old your son was at the time of his death?
23.
I'm sorry, Cap. Fucking, he did not look 23 years old.
He didn't.
How many other children did your son kidnap?
Objection, Your Honor!
Ooh.
Disregard the last question from Mr. Burgess.
I wouldn't be surprised if the judge is wearing his Klan suit underneath his fucking clothes.
Did you arrest Billy Ray Cobb and Pete Willard?
Yes, I did. I arrested them for the rape and attempted murder.
Pete Willard signed a written confession saying that he and Billy Ray Cobb did Tanya Haley.
If you continue in this performance, I'll hold you in contempt.
But surely there's some relevance. I mean, I don't know what it would necessarily.
Yeah, I guess it's just like, yeah, they can. I guess that I could see why they're arguing. Like, it's not admissible because that's not what the, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, he did sign a confession.
Objection, Your Honor.
Jurors.
Yeah, but you are dealing with a
disregard
juror.
the last remark.
I love how they have to go disregard.
Yeah, forget that. You didn't hear that.
I mean, dude, in the future, what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like Men in Black. They're gonna like disregard. Shit.
That's so like just the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Pretend
Like,
you
I'm
never
happy-
heard such a thing.
I'm happy that's that's what they have to do because it won't change their minds. But like the idea that they're like, oh, let's just tell them to not consider that. It, like,
I'd be like, I'm considering that.
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
There's nothing you can say. You wagered all our lives on this. You just went ahead and did what you felt you had to do, no matter what the cost.
But you guys could have disassociated yourself from it if you wanted to.
Now, you may win, but I think we've all lost here.
he's got enough going on in his head already.
I just think it's like
not gonna help.
I don't know.
I get what she's saying, but still, like you said, if it was that serious, she could have quit.
Yeah, there's a reason why he sent his wife and his daughter to the grandparents' house. He's like, I don't want them at any risk. You really didn't. If you really were that against me taking the case, then it's not like she's doing work on it. I know she works for his firm, but
So we gotta talk about it?
Judge said absolutely not to discuss this case.
Yeah, but that judge ain't stuck here away from his wife and kids. He can get it over with and get home.
wait, you all went out to dinner?
Yeah, I guess juries do that. They get paid because they're here, like he said, without his wife and kids. Like juries, I believe, have to be like in a hotel, isolated, depending on the case. I think they provide them dinners and lunches and stuff like that.
Huh.
But they're not allowed to talk about it while they're not at the courtroom or something.
Interesting.
Not guilty.
I could be very wrong about that, but they are here eating dinner.
That dead, yo.
We need a 12 Angry Men situation.
Yeah, we need a new jury.
Yeah, fucking. This is a tough look.
Oh boy.
This is a tough look.
Did you get a good look at the man with the gun?
No, sir. Mr. Haley did personally apologize for shooting me.
Ugh.
Mr. Buckley?
Yes, Your Honor, the state would like to call Dr.
Your Honor, could you give me a moment to speak with my client?
Take your time.
Goodwill.
Now you got to try to discredit the fuck out of him.
You think I ought to go to jail?
You shot him. He's a witness for the prosecution.
You my lawyer, ain't you?
The judge is like, Bergans, I just saw you say you shot him. I can read lips.
Say that louder a little bit. Say it a little bit louder.
Do you think Carl Lee shooting you was intentional?
No, sir. It was an accident.
Do it.
Do you think he should be punished for shooting you?
Ooh. No, sir.
Yes.
I don't blame him for what he did. Those boys and his little girl. He's a hero. You turn him loose.
Jury will disregard.
You turn him loose!
Just disregard it. He didn't say anything. Hey, look over here. Starts jingling keys. He's like, the jury's like, what are you doing?
The McNaughton rule states that a person must be unable to tell right from wrong to be termed legally insane.
What is your diagnosis of Mr. Haley's mental condition on the day that he shot
that truck that's
Billy
there.
Ray Cobb
Looks like it's
and
there.
James?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that dude's a fucking Klan member.
Mr. Haley was sane. Carly Haley knew very well what he was doing. He slaughtered those men in cold blood.
Well, geez, phrasing it that way doesn't.
Yeah.
Mr. Brigance, when you and Lois Lane are ready.
Oh gosh, why do I? This is gonna be really bad here. I feel
Yeah, because that dude that was in the truck is like.
Trial of one Dan Baker.
Objection, Your Honor. This has nothing to do with the proceedings here.
Overruled. Better be good.
I love that. Always happens in a jury in like a court movie. This better be good.
Yeah.
Better be getting somewhere.
It's a rather brutal double homicide where you found the defendant legally sane. Where is he currently, Doctor?
At Whitfield.
And who is the chief psychiatrist at Whitfield?
I am.
You are.
So you didn't find him insane, but he's there.
Since that time, he has been a patient in your hospital under your care as a paranoid schizophrenic. Is that correct, Doctor?
Yeah.
But if you thought he was sane, why didn't you let him go?
You find insane people sane for the purposes of trial.
Objection, Your Honor. This is argumentative.
Withdraw the question, Your Honor.
Withdraw it.
You know what? Tell the jury to forget about it. I'm sure they won't remember.
Oh my goodness. You have all this military personnel. No one saw this dude post up with a rifle? Oh. sorry. Tense times to bring that up.
I mean, are we that shocked now?
Apparently it's not unrealistic. Hey, listen, he missed too.
All that blood. I got so scared because I thought that was you.
All right, relax. You guys are getting a little too, like,
If
your
you
coworkers.
breathe on him one more time, he's going to jump onto you.
I want you to stay. So you better go.
Okay.
Dude, is this gonna be that KKK cop?
You haven't been drinking, have you?
No, I guess I just wasn't.
Let me ask you to get out of the car for just a minute.
They really are like the worst of the worst.
We just been getting tough watches suggested to us lately. Just tough watches. They beat the hell out of her.
Oh no.
Of course.
Them animals. They're gonna pick up your stink.
Carly Haley should have shot you too.
Oh my god.
Damn. Where's Mickey? Is that
Ooh,
Mickey
that's a
Mouse
good
in the red cap?
Maybe.
He's like keeps looking.
Come on, Mickey.
Yep, that's Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine.
The defense calls Dr. Willard Terrell Bass.
Oh, it's this guy.
Tanya caused a relapse, temporary break with reality. John Hinckley, for example, calculating and legally insane.
Well, this guy is being helpful.
Yeah. This is the one that his like mentor was like, he's good when he's sober.
He could not tell right from wrong, nor could he understand the consequences of his actions.
Could not tell right from wrong, nor understand the consequences of his actions.
The McNaughton rule.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony?
No, of course not.
As certain of that as you are of the testimony you've just given before this jury?
Oh, gosh.
On October 17th, 1960, you were not convicted of statutory...
Objection, Your Honor.
This goes to the heart of the credibility of the witness.
Overruled.
Dude, you don't recall that?
You got the wrong man.
Female underage in a motel by the Dallas Police Department on September 11th. Were you, or were you not, convicted?
Yes, I was.
So much work done just to get reset.
You told me you knew him. You told me he was a credible witness.
I didn't know about the conviction. The record was expunged. Buckley really outdid himself this time. It isn't easy saving the world, even one case at a time, but you stick with it.
You just made it 10 times harder for me. Like,
your job is to find justice, no matter how well she may hide herself from you.
And I can't be you, Lucian.
Be better than me.
It's good to have someone like that by your side.
Yeah.
We have an emergency phone call.
Mr. Buckley?
Ooh, who's calling? Mickey?
I think, well, probably about her.
Yeah, because Mickey likes to call people.
Were you aware that if convicted, they might be freed in only 10 years?
Yes.
Do you think two men who died should be free in 10 years?
No, sir.
Carly, don't answer that question.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Oh,
that's
my
crazy.
Gosh.
Jake, they found Roark. I'm so sorry. It's so my fault.
No. Don't sweat it.
It's horrible what happened to her, and it's okay to give her comfort, but kissing her right now would still be cheating.
So don't do it.
People being terrorized, Roark. It's not worth it, man. It's not.
It's only not worth it if Carly goes to the gas chamber.
We make one hell of a team.
We might have. We really might have.
Well, you did. You helped.
Yeah.
You really want to kiss me right now, don't you?
Don't tempt him. On the forehead, though.
I think that for me, that's crossing the line. Saying yes, I do, and then kissing her on the forehead after she said, "You really want to kiss me?" I mean, I don't know. That wouldn't fly with me. That's all I'm saying.
Guilty.
Don't succumb to the pressure.
You've seen the movie. 12 Angry Men. Come on, you remember it.
No.
No, you haven't seen it. Oh, jeez.
We knew you hadn't seen it. We should have known. Oh, Max.
Hey, Max. Hey.
You really shouldn't be back here right now.
Yeah, it's even worse.
The truth is, I've been blaming you for all that's happened. But it's not your fault. You didn't kill those boys. You were trying to make things right. I know that now.
It's the way she's talking is like throwing me.
You took this case because if those boys had hurt Hannah the way that they hurt Tanya...
He said this. He said this. He said this to you.
This is the most evil sounding compassion I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah. I'm just like, this isn't new. Like, he said that. He's like, well, what if it was Hannah? She's like, don't think like that. He's
At
like,
least
what do
she
you mean?
realizes. I mean, at this point.
I guess.
Maybe Buckley will cop us a second-degree murder, and we can get you just life in prison.
You gotta get me off. Now, if it's you on trial...
It's not me. We're not the same, Carly.
To be fair, you did make it a lot harder for me. Life in prison's a lot better than what it could be.
Yeah.
When you look at me, you don't see a man. You see a black man. Our daughters, Jake, they ain't never gonna play together.
What are you talking about?
America is a war, and you on the other side.
Wow.
You my secret weapon, cause you one of the bad guys. You don't mean to be, but you are. If you was on that jury, what would it take to convince you to set me free? That's how you save us both.
He's basically like, make them see me as a white man and try me as a white man. Like,
He's taking justice out of your hands and put it in his own.
okay, don't cock that.
All in this courtroom know the truth. Find the courage to speak the words, Carl Lee Haley is guilty.
He has to do one of the most emotional appeals, like appeal to emotion that he could possibly do.
Oh, yeah.
Brigance, I'm talking about. He's got to.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. He's got to really make them think, like, as if this was your daughter, all that stuff.
Obviously, I would have never knowingly put a convicted felon on the stand. I hope you can believe that. The woman he was accused of was 17. He was 23, that she later became his wife, bore his child. I set out to prove a black man could receive a fair trial in the South, that we are all equal in the eyes of the law, because the eyes of the law are human eyes, yours and mine, and until we can see each other as equals, justice is never going to be even-handed.
That's true.
We have a duty under God to seek the truth, not with our minds where fear and hate turn commonality into prejudice.
Yeah, it's like we're the law. There's no universal law given to us by the divine or anything like that, that like we put people in jail by or whatnot. Like we create it, we see it, we come to the judgment.
Yeah.
And as long as we're treating people unfairly, the law is treating people unfairly.
This is a story about a little girl walking home from the grocery store one sunny afternoon.
Appeal to emotion. I mean, it's what you got to do at this point.
They drag her into a nearby field and they tie her up.
But he's also avoiding using, like, not letting them see Haley, not saying it's a little black girl, just saying it's just a little girl.
Yeah, letting their mind picture it the way that they would see it, you know?
Yeah.
After they've killed her tiny womb, murdered any chance for her to bear children, so they start throwing full beer cans at her, tears the flesh all the way to her bones.
Yeah. That gave me chills.
Drive out to Foggy Creek Bridge. Pitch her over the edge.
My gosh.
Can you see her? Soaked in their urine. Soaked in their semen. I want you to picture that little girl.
Yeah, he's picturing his daughter, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now imagine she's white. The defense rests, Your Honor.
Well, if they weren't imagining she was white, well, they are now.
Yeah, she's
And
in shambles.
Yeah, they're all probably in shambles one way or another, and I don't fucking blame them. I mean, that's some vivid, brutal shit.
Plus, making them close your eyes, like, one, you're not seeing Haley, but two, it's like, now you're just in darkness. So it's like anything you're hearing, you're like, it's like saying, don't think about a purple elephant. Like, you're going to be like, okay, well, like, now it's just in my head.
Innocent! He's innocent! Ellen, we won! Aren't you happy? Oh my God, Ellen, you have to be happy.
Oh, I got chills.
Oh, it's awesome.
That was...
Hey, I'm one of the bad guys, remember?
Like, listen, yeah, he said you're one of the bad guys, but he was kind of just, it was a bad way of him saying, like, you need to think
Yeah.
like a white person.
You belong over there with them. Get him!
Oh.
Congratulations, Councilman. Thank you.
Oh man. Chills, chills, chills.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
That's so heartwarming. Oh my gosh.
Hell, did he get invited to the cookout? Come on, tell me he got invited to the cookout. He said, "You don't even know where I live. Our dogs never play together."
Now
Well,
they will.
Mm-hmm.
This is Hannah. Hi, Hannah. She's so pretty.
That pan ain't big enough. Come back with a bigger one.
Peach cobbler. That's like the whitest thing I've ever heard brought to this. Why is it always a cobbler?
And why is it always a peach cobbler?
It's always a peach cobbler. I brought peach cobbler.
Hannah, this is my daughter, Tanya.
Hi, nice to meet you, Hannah.
Aww. She's so strong after what she went through.
Yeah.
What fucking evil monster looks at such a like innocent creature and just does that?
I know. He already said.
What do you say?
He's like, I thought our kids could play together. That's all he said to him.
Oh.
That's awesome. That was fantastic.
That
was
was
great.
All right, that was our reaction to A Time to Kill. If you liked what you're watching, leave a like down below. Subscribe to stay tuned for more if you're not already. And if you want to watch our full-length reaction to this and various other movies, as well as get 3 movie reactions ahead, or even farther ahead in the form of full-length reactions, or potentially become a Big Bite member where you can suggest one full-length reaction to a movie of your choice that may or may not make it as the edited reaction on YouTube. You can check that out on Patreon. The link for that is in the description. What a absolutely phenomenal, amazing film. You know, we've been watching a lot of court case movies recently, and this one definitely lived up to those other ones. I mean, it was definitely different. You know, I mean, we've seen a court case on AIDS with Philadelphia. We've seen a court case more in the military aspect with A Few Good Men. And, you know, now we got to witness more of a court case based off of race and the tension of racial kind of area, basically, and how that gets influenced by outside factors, inside factors. But also a court case that kind of establishes with us that, look, I mean, hey, look, he did commit a crime, but, you know, perhaps there's a justice that can be achieved, whether it's lawful or unlawful. And, you know, we're never advocating for breaking the law or anything like that, but there are times where, you know, someone could get off with something that some people might consider that to be the most justice option. It was interesting to kind of see, you know, what I really liked about this movie is that while it did, while the overarching message and the tone of it all was definitely racial, and the idea of try not to kind of segregate based off of race in terms of your opinions and stuff like that. That also goes beyond to that to an extent of just, even if they are your race or even if they're a different race or whatever, try to put yourself in other people's situations. Try to think about things and how they happened in the context of situations without coming to your own opinion immediately based off of whatever bias you may have. So I love that it was able to kind of, you know, cover the racial aspect, but also go beyond that by showing kind of why not caring about race is important, because it's a principle that extends beyond just race. It extends for other biases as well. So I'm really, you know, really like that they covered that. The writing in this movie was phenomenal. The payoff was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, this is another one of those movies that it's a stretch to get through, but then when you get to that end moment, like it's a tough watch all the way through, but then when you get to that end moment with the daughter and the innocent verdict and all that, the chills come and it really kicks you in the feels, especially like we heard at the end, or like you mentioned to me because I missed it because I was talking, but like when he said, I figured our kids could play, which was just huge payoff to kind of this idea that even though you're on the good side, you might not represent all the things that you might be trying to defend, basically. So that was kind of really cool to see as well. And they did a really good job at kind of highlighting all this, this dark undertone of this, clan that is, within the shadows, but also willing to come out, willing to engage in violence and threatening and blackmail and all this kind of stuff. And I really like the twist of having this Mickey Mouse character who we didn't really see much justice for or anything like that, but just this kind of light of hope in this really, really dark area. So that was really amazing to see. Sandra Bullock's character was awesome. She kind of, Matthew McConaughey was a phenomenal actor, but his character was very stubborn and very prideful in his ego and what he can do, that he needed someone like Sandra Bullock's character to kind of come in and kind of help him in some of these areas, which she did an amazing job. I really, really liked all the acting in this movie, all the writing. I don't think there was a single actor that did a bad job. Samuel L. Jackson did an amazing job as Carl Lee. I mean, this might be the one movie with Samuel L. Jackson where I saw Samuel L. Jackson the least, or like I wasn't thinking it was Samuel L. Jackson the most. Like when I watch Avengers, I think Samuel Jackson. When I watch, when I see him appear in another movie, I'm thinking Samuel L. Jackson. But in this movie, it was really hard to remember, like, oh, right, this is Samuel L. Jackson playing this role, which just speaks to how good he portrayed this character.
Yeah.
And Matthew McConaughey, I've kind of only seen him in certain like memes and meme roles and stuff where he's like, yeah, all right. Like he did have that smooth talking kind of role, don't get me wrong, but he also had many layers to him. This theme of regret or just guilt, I guess you could say, with the actions that he'd take, all the things that he had to kind of go throughout this movie, thinking back on decisions he made, but also thinking on, his own family and the reason why he took this case and, what would happen if it happened to his daughter type of situation. So a very complex and layered character, even though on the outside he seems like just a smooth talker. And I really appreciated that as well. I love when our protagonist is not a one note character or a character with little range. This character had a lot of range, so props to Matthew McConaughey for portraying this as well. Just unbelievable directing, great acting, great tension, suspense in certain moments, but overall it was just a really great performance of a courtroom drama. What are your thoughts, Zay?
Yeah, I could definitely draw some comparisons to A Few Good Men for sure from this film. There was definitely like some comparison. I mean, simple ones could even be like the trio basically that exists in this film. There was kind of a trio that exists. I don't want to get into spoilers in case people haven't seen it. Go watch it. I feel like you could pick out some similarities in Matthew McConaughey's character and Cruise's character. There's just like tiny similarities there. But this,
real quick, the biggest connection? Dirtbag Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, he's just always God damn it. And Kiefer's killing me by playing dirtbag roles, man. But he's
in courtroom dramas.
He's so good. The thing is, he's so good. I hated Kiefer Sutherland's character because he played it so good. And I think we've said before that it kind of says something when like someone can make me like despise a character. It's like, wow, you really are playing that character so well. I think one thing that is that's great about this movie, a great aspect of it, and even kind of makes it interesting is that I kind of like not the ideas, but the like kind of like the circumstances and mindness of people still exists like that today. I mean, you see it especially on social media. Obviously we're not picking sides or anything here, but If someone sees a black kid get shot, they say, well, if that kid was white, I bet you they wouldn't have shot. If that kid, we see
There's
this
that racial tension still.
yeah, and that it's like, oh well, if they were this color, if they were this, if they weren't a minority, if they're this, so it exists even today. So when you see it in the film aspect, it makes sense why a film like this would hold up, and it still does happen. And I love that the whole idea was, yeah, look past the color, just look at everyone as a human being, because we're all supposed to be equal, right, under God or under the law. So we should never be seeing that. You should never see Haley and be like, that's a black guy. You shouldn't see Jake and be like, oh, that's a white lawyer, right? And even though Haley at one point kind of offended him a little bit by saying, you know, you're one of the bad guys. It's not even that he's a bad guy because he's white. He's really a good guy. Just you're deeming him on the bad side because it's like a race war that was existing at the time. So it was just a very, very I like when there's concepts like that are very realistic, and like, I mean, obviously things like this did happen, and I'm sure I hope they don't happen often or at all anymore, but things like this especially happened back there where people were super racist. You had the Ku Klux Klan that was present, and just like these crimes, these like horrific crimes, you said, it's like, how could someone see someone so innocent, regardless again of race, just a child, and ever think to do something so horrific to somebody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just absolutely pure evil. So, and but once again, shout out to the whole cast, fantastic acting. Even the jury, like with the, like, you could see the emotion in their faces when they were picturing the story as Jake was kind of going through it. Just everyone all around did so well. The writing was so well done. A roller coaster of emotions. Again, long payoff, long draw for a payoff. It just was, it's an amazing movie. I mean, it is, I can't really say much else more than that. I just thought, again, the writing was done, the pacing was done super well, and just fantastic all around.
All right, well, with that being said, are you ready to get into the rating?
Yes, sir.
Just so you guys know, we go from 0 to 10. We never give out zeros. We never give out 10s. Why? Because by giving out a 0, you're saying nothing could ever be worse than this movie. By giving out a 10, you're saying nothing could ever be better than this movie. Both of those things are our subjective opinion. 5 is average, 6 is good, 7 is great, 8 is beyond that, 9 is top tier cinema. We do give out decimal points like 9.999 and so on, if we so please. I want to give this bad boy a 9.2. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Great courtroom drama. I will say that I think that one of I have two major drawbacks for this movie. Okay. One was, while they did a good job at kind of having suspense and tension in some moments, I think they could have heightened it a little bit more in the courtroom in certain aspects. Like, I get, in real life, courtrooms don't have a score playing or anything like that, but it does add to the level of suspense and tension. I feel like for some moments it lacked either a score or the appropriate score, I guess you could say, to kind of really amp up the moment. Maybe some more tense looking shots and stuff. But one of the more specific things I actually noticed about this movie, a complaint that I don't think I've ever made about a movie we reacted to, is they talk too softly in many parts in this movie. I have my volume turned up significantly high. I hear you just fine. I heard when they were talking at normal volume just fine, but when they were talking softly, it was very hard for me to pick out some moments. And it happened with multiple different characters in multiple different moments. So that's just, it's a nitpick, but it is a complaint that, made it harder for me to watch the movie. But all other aspects were just phenomenal. The characters had great chemistry with each other. The judge did a really good job at kind of being this character that you're like, screw you, I wish you were more on our side. But every time he did overrule something from the prosecutor, it gave you a little bit of a sense of like, okay, it's not hopeless. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I love that they had that touch. Like, it wasn't a one note kind of like judge either. I feel like none of the characters in this film, maybe aside from the prosecutor, were very one note at all. They were very complex, had a lot of layers. It did feel like the prosecutor was a little one note, like a little like just, that attitude of a, dirtbag prosecutor just trying to get his way, that we didn't get to see any other kind of range from him. But most of the other characters, even the judge, we did see multiple layers with. not many with the judge, but more than one. So I got to give them props on that. The themes in this movie were excellent. A lot still relevant to today. Like you mentioned, a lot of racial tension can come up. Maybe not as tense as this time, but still, it's still something that that gets brought up one way or another. And I love the idea that they kind of I feel like this is a movie Martin Luther King would approve. Judge someone by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Now, this isn't necessarily like a content of character judgment that they're doing here, but it's more of a content of what you think is justice based off of how you would feel if it happened to you type of situation. But I guess you could maybe make an argument that there is like a content of character judgment here because you are judging him based off of a principle that he upheld versus like just a law he broke. So that was really cool to see. But again, this theme of justice, lawful justice versus unlawful justice was kind of argued upon throughout the movie of, do you agree with the death penalty? Do you not agree with the death penalty? Should he go to jail? Should he be free? There's he's got to be arrested, but he's got to be, doing his thing. But also you have a bunch of these, riots breaking down the streets, Klan members committing all of these crimes that aren't being brought into court. You have Kiefer's character that committed an assassination, and obviously he didn't get caught. So is that clearly that's not justice. So big themes of justice and injustice and lawful justice, unlawful justice, lawful injustice, unlawful injustice. There's just a lot of different things going on in around law. And I love the speech, the appeal to human emotion at the end, and also kind of this highlight where he's like, look, law is us. We are what makes the law. We are what judges the law. We are what perceive the law. We're human. The law is human. It's not this force that we discovered through mathematics. It's not gravity. It's not a law of the universe. They're laws that we created. And so, it's ultimately going to have a human tinge to it. So if the culture is racially charged, or if the culture is charged with the bias, there's a high % chance that the law, or at least the execution of the law or the system of the law, might have a similar charge or bias in it as well. So I really like that highlight there. Overall, great movie, 9.2. What about you, Zay?
Yeah, I'm a little bit higher, like 9.25, but I'm pretty much right there with you. I do agree. There were moments where they were speaking a little too soft. And I did turn mine up too at one point. I was like, I can't really hear what they're saying. I think it's also interesting, because again, like you're saying, this is really like, this was a war between like lawful law and unlawful law. Like what's unlawful justice or lawful justice. But it also even kind of showed the dangers that can occur from when unlawful justice is served. Obviously we had the of Tanya, and then we had the retaliation by Haley killing the two boys, and then that sparked the Klan to start to come back, and now they started attacking, and then we saw the kid during the riot breakout. He killed one of the Klan members with a Molotov. So it showed like, it's such like a tough moral thing, right? Because when you hear
it's why laws were made in the first place.
Yeah,
because you can't just keep getting your own form of revenge.
Exactly. And it's tough because when you hear something like this, something like a horrific crime like this, a lot of people probably think like, that guy deserves to rot underneath the prison. Like they deserve to be, or like, that person deserves to whatever, insert whatever crime you think that's deserving. But it's like, that's why we have the laws, because if people were just delivering that, then this world would be it'd be Mad Max. It'd be like insane. It'd be fucking chaos. So I liked that, we were focused on the court case, but also still getting to see like the repercussions of things like this breaking down and racial tension and everything. Again, the writing was super, 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 super well done. The summation done by Jake at the end, like you said, was absolutely beautiful. Him talking about how we are the law, like you said, this and everything, making them close their eyes so they're visualizing it. Him purposefully telling the story. Yes, the jury knows the story, but not saying, imagine a little black girl walking down the road. Just say, imagine a little girl walking down the road. Doesn't describe that, just says it's a truck, two guys, this, that, and then said, okay, so just in case you're still imagining that it's Tanya, now imagine she's white. trying to appeal to the jury. So it was a very, very cool, very, very well done court, like whole court trial that we got to see. I did like the judge as well because yeah, he was like this weird character where you're like, I can't tell if he's like he's not completely against us, but he's not totally. And sometimes with films like this, you know, sometimes you get like, oh, the guy's in with the judge, so it's like the judge and the prosecutor versus the defendant. It's like, okay, so now we have to overcome ridiculous odds. But it really was like, hey, it's mano y mano, really, you know. And both had big blunders. He had the defense or the prosecutors had a psychiatrist that literally was putting people in prison that were deemed insane by others, and they had a psychiatrist. They didn't do it. The defense had a psychiatrist they didn't look into enough and had a felony under his belt. But just the way that I always love in these films, the way that it's chess and the way they pivot certain aspects, like when they bring a witness or they have something a witness says and the way they're able to twist and turn it. It's always super well done. This movie stands up there with the other courtroom films that we've seen. So I think a 9.25 is well deserved for this film. Stellar cast, stellar performances by the cast, and just overall a very, 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 very great payoff at the end. So I had a blast with it. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you guys again for being here. Thank you for the support. Zay, I know you have a Twitch.
Yes, I do. My Twitch will be linked down in the description below, guys. Feel free to tune in if you want to see me and Cam and me and my other friends play some games, chill, hang out. Another way to interact with us in a live setting. So I hope to see y'all there. Let me know if you're from the YouTube channel, by the way. And let me know what your favorite reaction is if you pop on over.
All right. Check it out. It's a great time. With that being said, listen, y'all. If your phone starts ringing and Mickey Mouse is on the other end, perhaps you got to get out of whatever place you're from because danger might just be around the corner. We'll see you on the next one. And
peace.